Queen Catherine was the wife of King Roland Ironfist of Enroth and daughter of King Nicholas Griffon-Hart of Erathia, making her the last queen of Erathia and Enroth. She played an instrumental role in both the Restoration Wars and the Armageddon's Blade Wars. Catherine is the first daughter of Nicholas and Gwenllian Griffon-Hart, born less than 1 year after their marriage. She had one sibling, a sister named Beatrice, who was born, strangely enough, on Catherine's 7th birthday. On her 16th birthday, and against her father's wishes, Catherine enlisted in the Erathian military. She showed her skills early on, as she quickly outsmarted, outfought and simply outclassed even some of Erathia's best officers. Her first mission was to battle a small force near the contested lands and put down a rebellion of citizens who claimed to be descendants of the Financian Empire and demanded their independence from the Kingdom of Erathia. As it turns out, the rebellion was a setup by one of the generals of Erathia's military, a man by the name of Conall Traxton, who intended to bring an end to Catherine's rapid rise through the ranks of the army. Using her wits and a natural ability for tactics, Catherine was able not only to defeat her opponents, but she also managed to discover General Traxton's plan. Normally, Traxton would have been executed, but Catherine demanded that she be allowed to duel the former general, which resulted in his demise. For her victory, Catherine Griffon-Hart, barely 17 years old at the time, was given the Erathian Medal of Courage. 2 years later, Queen Gwenllian and Catherine's sister, Beatrice, were killed by marauders while traveling along the northern coast, leaving the king and Catherine completely devastated. Catherine blamed herself for not being there to protect her mother and sister, and as a result, she resigned from the military and swore not to let the same thing happen to her father, becoming his personal guard. Fearing for his daughter's well-being, King Griffon-Hart made arrangements for the marriage of Catherine to King Roland Ironfist of Enroth, who had earlier that year defeated his brother Archibald in the Succession Wars. Though at first she did not wish to leave her father's side, Catherine eventually agreed to the marriage and became Queen Catherine Ironfist of Enroth. The following year, Queen Catherine had given birth to a son. The child was called Nikolai, which the queen chose to honor her father. With Catherine in Enroth, discontent soon spread throughout the continent of Adangrich. The necromancer Sandro formulated a plot to incite the widespread war in Adangrich by ordering the double agent Lord Hart to poison King Griffon-Hart. The king's death threw the entire country into disarray. The Krikans and the dungeon overlords of Nion invaded from the east, while the necromancers of Deja invaded from the north and reanimated King Nicholas as a lich. In the meantime, Catherine departed from home with a full armada to attend her father's funeral. When she arrived in Erathia, she witnessed firsthand the devastation that followed the king's demise. She managed to fend off the Krikans and the dungeon overlords and reclaim Stedwick. The Lich King's powers became too much for even his own underlings to handle. When Catherine turned her attention to the northern invasion, already allied with Auli and Bracada, the traitorous necromancer Nimbus joined forces with Catherine to destroy her father and revealed her the truth of Lord Hart's betrayal. The 4-point attack succeeded and Deja was defeated. When the Lich King's castle was stormed, Catherine brought Lord Hart with her, leading him to Nicholas' chamber. The king remained stock still on his throne as Catherine approached, poised to slay him, but she instead turned her blade in Hart's direction, offering her father a chance to claim his vengeance. Before he could defend himself, Hart was attacked and slain by the Lich King. Catherine then destroyed Nicholas' marred corpse, silently pondering Nicholas' kindness in life instead of his crimes in death, as his soul visibly soared into the night sky to paradise. The Restoration Wars have ended, and Catherine was made Queen of Erathia as well of Enroth. Before leaving for Enroth, Catherine battled the Krikans once more, in the Armageddon's Blade Wars. Lucifer Cregan, the king of Theophol, decided to forge the Armageddon's blade and use its powers to destroy the world. Queen Catherine, along with her husband King Roland Iron Fist, Jellu of the Forest Guard and the Elemental Lords, defeated his general Azeron and used the blade to slay the king of Theophol. Fearing that the blade's corruptive powers would lay sway over her husband King Roland, Catherine entrusted the Armageddon's blade to Jellu, unwittingly setting in motion the events that would lead to the Reckoning. Queen Catherine and King Roland would never have the chance to return to Enroth and see their son again. They continued to fight their wars in Atagrich until the Reckoning happened, and claimed both their lives. Even though Catherine was Sarathia's last queen, her memory and lineage lived on through her son Nikolai, who survived the Reckoning and found a new home in Axioth. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, click that subscribe button and let me know in the comments if you want another biography video of a hero or Heroes 3 lore in general. Cheers!